welcome to a new video. We are going to understand the cognizant, I'm sorry, I just shot the cognizant video, which is why. TCS digital coding question. So we are going to cover the advanced coding part in that, right? So let's go ahead. Now, first of all, there are a lot of companies, Cisco, Amazon, Microsoft, Goldman Sachs. There's one more that I've not mentioned, which is called as Morgan Stanley. These are hiring, and PayPal and JP Morgan are going to be hiring next week. So make sure that you follow us on all the social media channels, because let's say you don't uh, visit prepinstar.com on a daily basis, so you'll miss all of those updates, right? But you will visit Instagram or WhatsApp on a daily basis, right? So whenever these companies are hiring, we'll let you know. Make sure that you're following us on, out of these five, at least WhatsApp, Discord, and Instagram. These three mandatorily. I say this in every video. Make sure that you follow us on all of these three. The reason being, sometimes we post it on Instagram but not on WhatsApp. Sometimes we necessarily post it on WhatsApp and not on Instagram. It's a little basically marketing thing for us also, which because we want people to be on multiple platforms with us. Also Discord, why? Because we'll post it on Discord also exclusively multiple times, because sometimes companies want lesser number of people to apply, so which are partnered with us, right? So we not post it on all the social media channels, but on one of those. Second thing is, we are having 7 to 8 hours of daily live classes on C++, Java, data structures in Java and C++, and aptitude for placements, logical, verbal, so on and so forth. 7 to 8 hours of live classes, absolutely free for everyone on a daily basis on our Discord. So make sure that you join us on Discord as well. And as always, the top 3 comments on the video are going to get Prep Insta Prime subscription absolutely free. So it could be something good experience that you had with Prep Insta, or a very good doubt that you had after watching this video, or maybe the solution of the code that I'm solving, maybe your version of the solution, right? So let's go ahead. So basically, the duration for the coding part is going to be 1 hour. There would be 2 coding questions that would be asked. One more thing is, I saw some YouTube channels, and I necessarily do not want to say this, but I have to say this. There's a YouTube channel called as Battle something. I saw their YouTube video, and then they were claiming that this is a actual TCS digital question. It wasn't. It's a fake question taken from somewhere on the internet. It's not actual previous year questions. I've seen seen multiple videos of that YouTube channel. They don't have the previous year papers. If they have it, they take it from our website. So there's another YouTube video that's not actual. Whenever you search, as of now, it's coming on top, which is why I saw that as well. Just trust Prep Insta and maybe Geeks for Geeks, such reputed websites for your previous year papers and preparation. Even Geeks for Geeks, to be honest, does not have previous year papers for most companies. So, Prep Insta or Face Prep, so on and so forth, right? So let's go ahead. So there are going to be 1 hour, 2 coding question. One would be of medium difficulty, one would be of difficult, one would be actually be difficult, right? So you need to solve both of those questions if you want to clear your digital written round. Now, ideally, for the first coding question, which is easy, mainly they will be focusing upon all of these topics, which are arrays, strings, matrices, top 100 codes. There's a section called as that on Prep Insta. I'll just very quickly show you that as well, so that you know what I'm talking about. So for example, you'll just go to prepinstar.com, go to prepare programming and top 100 codes here. So basically what we mean is the level of difficulty of the first coding question would be basically what is mentioned on this page, not obviously on starting, because this page starts from positive and negative numbers, but basically will start this is for non-CSID people, but necessarily I'm talking about from here, important codes from array below that. So that would be the level of difficulty of the first question, which most of the people will be able to solve. Now coming to the second question, which you need to absolutely have the knowledge of the whole data structures, the whole of the comparative programming. Now, even if you've not started, let's say, and I'll cover both of these cases. Let's say if you are already good in programming, so in that case, we already have a TCS digital course. So for example, I'll go to the course list of ours. So let's go to the course list, and here you will be able to find what all things are we covering in our TCS digital course, right? So where is it? TCS digital. So you can go ahead and check the syllabus of the TCS digital course that we have. So all of these are the things that we are covering here. So you can go ahead and check the whole syllabus that we are covering for TCS Digital on this particular page. Everything is mentioned here. There's some random screenshots of the course, so on and so forth, the coding part of everything that we are covering, and this will cover the absolute everything that you need for TCS Digital. Apart from that, what I highly recommend here is, for example, let's say obviously 90% of the people who are watching this video would not know data structures and competitive coding at all, but you're still aiming for TCS Digital. And if not TCS Digital, maybe there would be a product based company or kind of high package company coming, let's say after 1 month or 2 months, or not even that, let's say off campuses drive that are going to happen from December onwards, right? So let's say your on campus ends in October, December, or November, depending on the college, but there are off campus opportunities, and 50% of the people get placed on campus, 50% of the people get placed off campus. And so off campus companies, you need to have a proper preparation strategy. For the non CSID people, we have this basic coding course which will pick you from zero. Let's say you have zero knowledge about programming, then we have intermediate coding course which takes you to a level wherein you can get placed in service based companies, and then we recommend you to go ahead with a data structures course, where basically, so to be honest, you can understand intermediate coding course and basic coding course as a foundational building block course for data structures and competitive coding. So you go ahead with the data structures in your preferred language, and then finally go ahead with the competitive programming course that we have here. So which is also in all 4 different languages here. So if you go ahead and check the syllabus of the competitive programming course, we are covering everything that is there. I'll just to be honest, there's a trailer that would have been played at the beginning, at the end of the video, so you can check that to understand the quality of what Prepinsta is providing. So basically, you go ahead with Prepinsta Prime subscription, you'll get access to all the 100 plus courses. So it's like Netflix. You don't buy one movie from Netflix, you get access to everything on Netflix. So with the Prepinsta Prime subscription, you get access to all the 150 plus courses: TCS, Infosys, Wipro, Cognizant, Gen C Next, Digital, AMCAT, HackerRank, Metal, TalView, ZS Associates, C, C++, Java, data structures, operating system, DBMS, so on and so forth, right? So let's go ahead back to what we were discussing initially, right? So these are the things that you need to go ahead. Data structures and competitive programming, you need to know both of them. We have some previous year coding questions on prepinsta.com as well. So let's say if I Google TCS digital coding questions, right? So for example, obviously the first website that comes on top, and even in the second website, right, you can find all of these previous year papers for TCS Digital here, the coding questions here. I'll be solving one of the coding questions now, right? So moving ahead, let's solve a TCS Digital actual coding question. I'm not talking about how other YouTube video pick up some random question. I guess Talent Battle did that in their video, which is a fake TCS question. We'll be solving an actual one, because we at Prepinsta have that. So the coin distribution problem. Now, a lot of you would think, okay, I've seen this before. Coin distribution, coin. No, it's actually a different problem. There are 2 things that I want to talk to you before starting to explain you how the problem works. Now, first of all, last year TCS Code Vita happened first, and Digital happened then, and then Ninja happened then. And it has been the pattern for the last 3 years. This is for the first time we are seeing Digital, Ninja, and Code Vita hasn't been announced yet, right? So what happened last year, and even last to last year, was there were a few questions that were asked in TCS Code Vita. Same question, same test cases got repeated in Digital again, and we were like, there are a few people who may have solved that. They'll be able to solve it again, and there are a few people who did not solve that but would now be able to solve because they've seen the question, they may have gone back and done their homework, and then would now be able to solve, right? But to be honest, we particularly think this is a really smart thing that TCS does. Is they're looking for people who are good learners, and the problems that they are giving in this set also is not that easy. It's actually difficult, right? That's the first point. Second point is, I've on purpose picked up this problem. The reason why, to be honest, I I looked at 10 to 12 different problems, but and then I was like, okay, for this people need to know backtracking, for this people need to know trees, for this people need to know dynamic programming, etc., 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 because all the questions are like that, right? For this particular question, you don't need to know anything. Like, even if you don't know how to do programming, you'll be able to do it. So which is why I've picked this question, so that anybody can understand it. So to be honest, I want you to pause the video. I want you to look at the question. I'll not be reading the question and wasting my time. I've already read the question. I'll explain you the question with the help of the question, with the help of my explanation that will be in the next slide. So I hope that you've paused the video and are now watching it again. So these are the test cases. So basically, just to explain you test cases, is what you have to do is basically the first line is total number of coins that you will be having. The second line is total number of 5 rupee coin, total number of 2 rupee coin, total number of 1 rupee coin. So basically, just to explain you very quickly, they are saying that, okay, you're supposed to generate all the numbers. So you'll be having an input like 13. So with the coins that you choose of denomination 1 rupee, 2 rupee and 3 rupee, you should be able to generate, and these are the denominations, right? 1 rupee denomination, 2 rupee, 3 rupee denomination, and then you can have, let's say, X 1 rupee coin, Y 2 rupee coin, and let's say Z 3 rupee coin. So let's say with X plus Y plus Z, so on and so forth, you should be able to generate all the values between 1 to 13, but there's a catch. So I'll explain you with the help of when I'll be going ahead and explaining you how it works. So let's move. You will I promise you, you will understand the question with the help of my explanation. Okay. We've not even read the question. So basically, let's say if I want 1 rupees, what all option do I have? I have only one option. If I want 1 rupee, I need to have a 1 rupee coin. But how many 1 rupee coin? Only one. So that's it. That's the only possible way. So for 1 rupee, let's say if the n value in the question they would have given as 1, so we would have said, let's say 5 for 0, 2 for 0 and 1 for 1. This would have had been our answer, right? Moving ahead, right? Let's say 2 rupees. Now let's have a look upon this. 2 rupees, there are two possible options, right? Why? Because we have either we can choose 1 rupee coin or 2 rupee coin or 5 rupee coin, right? So we have two options. Either I can go ahead with 1 rupees only, but in that case, how many 1 rupee coin will I need? I will need 2 1 rupee coins. Or I can go ahead with this 2 rupee also. I will only need 1 2 rupee coin. But this one I can't do, as you can see. Why? Basically, if I choose just this 2 rupee, I will not be able to make this 1 rupee coin. Let's say if the total number of coins that I have is just this, yes, I can make 2 rupees. I can't make 1 rupee. How can you make 1 rupee out of, if you just have 2 rupee coin, you can't just give somebody 1 rupees, right? So this is not possible. And I know you will have a lot of questions in your mind. You will understand it. Don't worry, you will understand it. Let's have a look upon further. So the only option for 2 rupees is having 2 1 rupee coins. Now let's move ahead to 3 rupees. And you will understand. So basically what we are trying to do is, we are trying to look for a pattern, and based upon a pattern, can we make a certain formula? That's what we are trying to do in this question. This is a competitive programming question. So sometimes these are called as magic patterns in competitive programming. We are covering also that in a Prime video course, by the way. Right? So there are 3 options, right? The first one is we can have 3 1 rupees coin. 3 rupee would be made perfectly, right? Even if I have these 3, I can just choose this 2 and give somebody 2 rupees. If I have these 3, I can just choose this one out of the coins and I can give him 1 rupee. So that's fine. I've written cross here, but I'll explain you a little later why I've written cross. Second option is I can have 1 2 rupee coin and 1 1 rupee coin. Alright, obviously this will make 3 rupees. Just having this 2 rupee coin will make 2 rupees. And just having from this a 1 rupee coin will make 1 rupee. So if I have these many coins, or if I have these coins, 2 rupee and 1 rupee, I can give 1 rupee also, I can give 2 rupee also, I can give 3 rupee also. 3 rupees I can't have, because if I have 3 rupees, yes, I will be able to give this, but if somebody asks me 2 rupees, I will not be able to give that. Right. Now, the question states, there's one more problem. The question states that the total number of coins, or the total number of sum of all of those coins, should not be greater than equal to 3. If you read the question properly, so this is not valid. Okay. If you read the question properly, this is not valid. Moving ahead, let's have a look upon 4 rupees. Okay. 4 rupee, yeah. So I can have either all of that. Yes. With this, I'll be able to make 3 rupees. With this, 2 rupees. With this, 1 rupee. So perfect, right? Second thing is 2 rupee and 2 rupee. These are two options. So I can make 4 rupees with this, but if I have just these 2 coins, let's say I have two coins, these coins. Now somebody asks me 3 rupees. I'll give them 2. And then I can't give them 1 rupee because I am left with just this 2 and I can't give them 1 rupee, right? So this is not valid. Now, obviously 4 is not valid. With 4, you can't make any of these, right? This 211. Somebody asks me 4 rupees, I'll give them this. Somebody asks me 3 rupees, I will give them these. Somebody asking me 2 rupees, I can give them this also. I can give them this also. Somebody asking me 1 rupee, I can give them just this also. Everything is possible. But, so now basically we have two options. Either all of this or all of this. Which one would I go ahead? To be honest, this one. Why? Because if you read the question properly, they say minimum number of coins. So out of here, we have 4 coins and here we have 3 coins. So we'll go ahead with this one here. Moving ahead. So, it's all about patterns, and after this, we'll be starting to look at a certain kind of pattern. Same thing, 5 rupees is either 5 or 2, 2, 1. These are the two possibilities. We'll not be able to choose this. Why? Because total number of coins are equal to exactly this. If you read the question properly, we can't do this. Okay. So, moving ahead with 6 rupees. Alright. Now, a lot of you would, now this is a question wherein comes 5 rupees and 1 rupees, right? Here, 5 rupee and 1 rupee I can do. But to be honest, I'll not be able to. So for example, let's say 6 rupees is made by this, right? But let's say somebody is asking me 5 rupees. Yes, I can give them 5 rupees. But now somebody is asking me 4 rupees. How do I give them 4 rupees when I have just these 2 coins? I can't give it. Similarly, I can't do it like this. Why? Because 3 rupees I'll not be able to do. So there's this last option with which I'll be able to check all of this. I want you to check how we are able to do it. I'll just move ahead very quickly. Similarly for 7 also, this I'll try to do, but I guess I'll not be able to make 4 rupees out of it, right? So let's say, and even 6 rupees also I will not be able to make, right? So if you check, if you just have these 2 coins, you'll not be able to give somebody 6 rupees and you'll not be able to give somebody 4 rupees. So this is one more option. You can go ahead with this. We've not, and as of now, we've not even started to look at the pattern. Now let's try to look at the pattern. Now, I know by now there's a question that should have come in your mind. Why can't we, so let's say, if I have 8 rupees, why can't I simply say that, okay, I have 8 rupees, I'll say 5 plus whatever is needed for this 3. With that, let's say if I have 5 plus whatever is needed for this 3, I'll be able to make whatever is above that. 1 and 2. I'll obviously, if let's say with these coins, I'll be able to make 2. And with these coin and with this coin, I'll be able to make 1, right? So that's perfect. No issues. You should be able to think in the next second. But the point is, 4 will not be formed. Try. Right? Try all of these. So basically, you can't do like, okay, let's keep 5 and whatever we need for 3. No, you can't do it. At least here, we'll be able to do it in the next step, you'll see. So this is also not possible. Why? Because I guess 1 rupee will not be formed, so on and so forth. All right. So this is one of the other options that we can have. Okay. So this is for 8 rupees. Now let's have a look upon 9 rupees. Now from here, this is the edge case wherein we hit the pattern. And this is true for all the type of questions that are like these. Why? Why? Why we are hitting the pattern here? Because this is 9 rupees. So the last coin is introduced just here. So if I say for 9 rupees, 5 plus whatever I need for this 4. So what will happen? 9, 5 plus this 211. So with this 211, I'll be able to make all of these. With this 5, I'll be obviously be able to make this 5. Now, with this 211, you will also see that you will be also be able to make all of these as well. Why? Why? Because basically, what is 6 rupees? 6 rupees is nothing but 5 rupee plus 1. What is 1? Basically this. This is 5 rupee plus 2 rupee also, for example, right? So you'll be able to make this also. What is this? This is 5 rupee plus 3 rupees. So you'll be able to make this also. So for example, if you have 5, 2, 1, 1, these coins, so you'll be able to make these and these also. Simple. Why? With this 211, I can make all of them. With this 5, I can make this. And I'm just talking about these coins as of now. Just these. I have 5, 2, 1, 1. 6. How do you make 6? 5 plus 1. 7. How do you make this? 5 plus 2. 8. How do you make this? Or for example, you can also say 5 plus 1 and 1 to make this 7. You can also say this, right? So which is basically same as this. For 8, I can also say 5 plus 2 plus 1, which is basically same as 5 plus this. So this is where I hit the edge case. Now the pattern is formed. With this 5 and these 3 coins also, in future I'll be also able to make everything. Now this pattern will again repeat. How? So for example, 10 rupees. What do you need for 10 rupees? 5 plus this. 11 rupees. Now this is a question. Now this is where things will be changing. So what all you need to do is, you just need to figure out 11, number of 5 rupees coin, number of 2 rupees coin, number of 1 rupees coin. You have to code this out. So let's have a look upon this. So at 9, we hit the case 5, 2, 1, 1. Now you will be able to form everything. Now let's have a look upon the code of it. And with this code, you'll be able to understand much more. So the code I'm going to explain you would be in Java, but necessarily everybody will be able to understand everything. And with the explanation that I've given, you will be able to understand more with the code. With whatever you understood with the explanation, the code will help you understand more about it. So I've kind of kept my explanation like this. So basically simple things, what is happening is, enter the number. You are entering what? So for example, you're entering 13, that I want 13. Now, number. So basically in Java, you have to create something S. So just like you have C in, right? So let's say C in, so on and so forth. Okay, I'm sorry, C in N, or scanf, right? So just like in Java, you have to create an object S, and that object accepts value. So basically this line is accepting value 13. Simple. Now what we are doing is, we are saying that initially The number of 1 rupee coins that we have is 0. The number of 2 rupee coin that we have is 0. What is the number of 5 rupee coin? Now, how can you do that? How can you calculate that? Let's see. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20. Let's take these for example. Now for this 5 rupee, let's say, let's go back a little to our explanation. For that 5 rupees, how many, let's say if I just simply wanted, okay, just give me a second. If I just simply had wanted this 5, how many 5 rupees coins did I need if I had just this 5? 0. But when I have this 9, so I'm having some. So let's have a look upon the formula that I've used. With that, you'll be able to understand more. So let me just write all of these numbers. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Let's have a look upon the formula that I've created. So number of 5 rupee coin is equals to number minus 4 divided by 5. So 5 minus 4 is 1. 1 divided by 5 is 0. That is true. We just saw that. For 10, 10 minus 4 is what? Is 6. 6 divided by 5 is 1. That is true. For, if you just remember, and I'll just, let me just go back a little later. So similarly, 15 minus 4 is 11. 11 divided by 5 is 2. Not 2.1, 2. Okay. Same, 16 divided by 5 is 3. This is the pattern that I've seen. Okay. Now, just remember 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's go back to our explanation that we had. So as you can see here, for this 5, we had 0. But let's say for this 9, and the reason why I had minus 4, for this 9, I need 5. So if you look at this, 9 minus 4 gives you 5. 5 divided by 5 gives you 1. So you need 1, 5. Similarly, right? And obviously, so you need 1, 5. And then there are a few things that you need. And let's figure out how we are going to get those. So first of all, we are going to figure out our 5 situation. How many 5 values do I need? Once we figure out that, we'll be able to figure out a little more. Now, if you see a little more pattern, so let me just write it here also. So for 10 rupees, it is 5 plus 2, 2, 1. Right? So basically these coins, right? I was a little confused because I saw 211 here. So basically that 211 is from here and this 221 is from here. Now if you look at 11 rupees, how would you go about 11 rupees in this case? So basically that's easy, right? 11 divided 11 minus 4 is equals to 6. 6 divided by 5 is equals to 1. So I would need 1 5 rupees. Now if you look a little closely, how do you make 11 rupees? So you would be able to make this 11 rupees with parallelizing with this. That is, you can write 11 as 5 plus 6. So all of these coins here. Similarly, for 12 rupees, 5 plus all of these coins here. 13. 5 plus all of these coins here. 14. 5 plus all of these coins here. Let's try to figure out another pattern, for example. Now, if you look that total number of ones, 1 rupee coin that we have is very interesting in this pattern. So let's have a look on this. So, for example, what supposedly happens here is, if you look here, the number of 1 rupee coin, 2, number of 1 rupee coin, 2, number of 1 rupee coin, 2, number of 1 rupee coin, 2. Coincidence? No, not really. This is a pattern. To be honest, you can extend the pattern for 10 rupees also. There would be a slight change in the formula if you'll see, but basically, these kind of questions are, basically asked again and again, again and again. You'll also see one of these questions that is asked in HackerRank, CodeChef, so on and so forth. Now, just like dynamic programming is a concept, this kind of coin problem is also a concept, which is why you'll need to remember this. I've just told you the same thing, that this is kind of the updated formula for it. Basically, what's doing it? We are doing it percentage 2 only. But we are also subtracting 5, that is 5 multiplied by the number of 5 rupees coins that we have. So if that comes out to be divisible, so for example, as you can see, for 6, what do we have? 6, for 6 we have 5 rupee coin. No, we do not have any 5 rupee coin. As you can see here, for 6 we have 2, 2, 1, 1. So there is no 5 rupee coin. So in that case, 5 rupee coins are 0, right? So that is, this value is 0. So 6 minus 5 into 0, percentage 2 equal to 0. Yes. So 6 percentage 2 equal to 0. Yes. So the number of 1 rupee coin for it would be 2. Let's see. 6, it's 2. Otherwise, for all the other cases, the number of 1 rupee coin is 1, 1, 1, 1. And again, this kind of changes a little. Why? For here, and you'll argue for 9, it's not happening. Yes, it's not happening, which is something that we've just updated with this formula. And you will say, Atulya, how would we know about the formula? Just like dynamic programming is a concept, 2-pointer approach is a concept, this is also a concept. So basically your formula for this kind of problems remains the same, and this is not a unique problem. This is a very famous problem with some minor changes happening in each of the problem, right? So that's one. Now, so that is there. Now obviously for calculating the number of 2 rupee coin, it's very simple, right? The number of 2 rupee coin would be the total number. So for example, let's say 13, right? So 13 minus 5 into the number of 5 rupee coins that you needed minus the number of 1 rupee coins that you needed. So that will be, so for example, 13 minus, so for 13 obviously we will need, for example, let's say 2 5 rupees coin, for example, right? And let's say we need 1 this, right? 1 rupee coin, for example. I don't know what is the answer, right? So basically you'll be having what? 13 minus 10 minus 1, so you'll be having 2. But so basically you're left with 2 rupees more, but the number of coins would be, number of 2 rupee coins would be 2 divided by 2, so 1. And then finally you can go about printing it, the number of 1 rupee coin plus the number of 2 rupee coin plus the number of 5 rupee coin, and then 5, 2, 1, and you can print the number of coin one by one, because that is what the problem requires us to print it in that way. Now, I hope that you understood a little bit. This is a very difficult question that I've chosen, and I know that there are some YouTube channels who can't even solve this question on their own, which is why they've chosen some random question from the internet, because these kind of questions are too difficult for them. I try to explain a very difficult concept, and I know that 20 to 25% of your mind would be, I understand it 70%, but 20-25% I don't understand. It's very good if you understood half of it also. If you understood 100% of it, that's amazing, right? But if you understood half of it also, that's amazing. That means you have a very sharp brain. Such kind of questions take 2-3 different video watching, take 2-3 different coding, take 3-4 hours to understand. But, and again, so this is not just one, I've not explained you one question here. I've explained you a concept. And you will see throughout, let's say if you understand it, and you will see if you're preparing for product based companies, and you, if you're from a tier 1 or a tier 2 college, you will see this kind of concept being used in online tests on HackerRank and Hacker Earth or TCS Code Vita and so on and so forth, at least ask 3-4 times. At least ask 3-4 times. So if you understand this, there's high chance that at least in 3-4 different companies you'll reach to the interview just because you know this. And this does not use dynamic programming. To be honest, we can optimize the approach by using dynamic programming. I'll show you. This is one of the code wherein we are using dynamic programming here. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that. So basically, this is the Code Vita master file that we have. As you can see, all the actual questions of Code Vita, basically 303. It's 303 pages that we have. So similarly, we have for HackerRank also, for Hacker Earth also, so on and so forth. So I'll just show you for HackerRank. Right. So we internally for Prep Insta, we have some actual questions of different exams that we put it on our website. We don't ever put fake questions like a lot of people. So as you can see, right, so these are all the actual questions, so on and so forth. So basically, how do you prepare for it now? You've understood the question, half of it also. That's fine by me because you'll watch the video again, you will understand it then. How do you go about it? How do you go ahead and prepare? So there are two options. If you're already very, very, very good in basic coding, right? So in that case, you go ahead with the Prep Insta Prime. Obviously, with the TCS Digital Prime video course, you'll have all the previous year papers of TCS Digital. You can directly go ahead and solve all of them. But if you need foundational help, so in that case, what you can do is you just go to Prep Insta. You go ahead with a Prime subscription. You'll get access to all the courses. So if you need foundational help, so either you can go ahead with the basic coding. Let's say if you're a non-CSIT student, right? So you don't know coding at all, but you want to reach this level. How much time it's going to take you? Approximately, let's say if you don't know coding and if you want to reach this level, and the kind of question that I explained to you so that you can clear TCS digital, so on, so for approximately a month. Maybe it's too late for digital, but not too late for other companies also, because Infosys Power Programmer, TCS Ninja. If you clear Ninja, you will have additional coding round after 10-15 days, which will be again digital coding questions with which you can upgrade your offer to digital. So you'll need all of this. So basic coding, then intermediate coding, then data structures in your preferred language, then comparative coding. So this is, and comparative coding, by the way, is in all 4 languages. So this is what you go by, and then again you'll get access to our Prep Insta Prime. So you'll get access to all the courses. So TCS NQT, Ninja, Digital, Infosys, Cognizant, Capgemini, all of these things you can go ahead and prepare. DBMS, Computer Science, Operating System. In fact, artificial. So we'll also play a all of these links would be in the description of the video to purchase Prep Insta Prime. All the social media channel. The top 3 comments again get free access to Prime, completely free from our end. All these links would be in the description of the video. I really invite you to join Prep Insta Prime, and we have a 100% refund policy. If you do not like it, go ahead, ask for refund. We only want your money if you think that we deserve it. So which is why we are the only player in the market which has 100% no questions asked refund policy. And we know with the trailer being just played after I've spoken, we know and we trust the quality of our course, that it's best. It's better than a 1000 rupees course. It's better than a 20,000 rupee course. And you get access to all the 150 plus courses on Prep Insta Prime. So you'll never need to buy any other thing after it. Certifications, we are partnered with TCS Ion, so they'll give you certification. We are also giving our highly reputed nano degree certifications as well. So thank you so much. Make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, because I guess we'll be uploading a lot of videos, so you'll get an update or notification on whenever we put on a new video. And to be honest, it really helps us to have a little more of your love. So doesn't take much to subscribe. Just click upon it here. Thank you. I'll see you up ahead in the next video. Thank you.